Now, I'm told, I didn't know this about you, that you're a big American Idol fan. And, of course, everyone's talking today about what happened last night.
Right. I don't want to spoil for anyone.
Yeah.
But if you haven't watched it by now, too bad.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you know what I like the best about American Idol is the faces that people make when they're done singing to indicate, like, how well they think they've done. So, you know, like, I like when people kind of, if they do a bad job, and in the eyes, they can tell that they've kind of screwed up.
Right.
And they do a lot of, like, waiting for their judging. You know, and then, like, when they do well, like, for example, when you have a great joke.
Like in the monologue, if I have a killer joke.
Totally, and you had what, like 100 today, right? Like 100 killer jokes.
I had, yeah, I think I did 105, and I had 100 that just killed. Yeah, yeah. No, over the, you know, when I have a good joke, you can see it in your eyes. I'm like a bird. I swell up with pride, you know? I get kind of a crazy look in my eye. Like I'm cock of the walk, you know?
Yeah, I enjoy the post-singing part, when people are just before they're judged.
Just before they're judged?
Yeah,
what
I
do you
don't
mean?
enjoy the judging part so much, because God bless those kids.
Yeah, but what about now, how do you feel about Simon Cowell? Because he's very controversial. There are people that love him because they think he tells it like it is, and other people that think he's too mean. Where are you on that?
I will say, every time he does say something, I agree with what he's saying.
Right.
But sometimes I feel like he's just not listening.
Right.
Like sometimes when the camera comes on him, it looks like he's like, oh yes, that as well, ditto. Like,
yeah.
Like
he's checked out.
Yeah.
What about when what's happened sometimes is people kind of go after him, which I don't know if that's a mistake.
Oh yeah, I do like when people go, when people get all cocky with Simon, like when Simon's like, you're terrible, and people are like, well, you're just jealous that you're not terrible. I don't think so.
You can see in their eyes that doesn't make sense, yeah.
Oh, good,
Do you wish you were as bad as I'm gonna be, Snap, you know?
I'll be terrible all day. That's what I
do. So take that, Mr. Simon. Now, what other shows are you watching these days?
I love the Dog Whisperer. Love the Dog Whisperer. We have a dog, and I love my favorite thing about the Dog Whisperer. You guys don't know, it's well, you get it by the title, but it's a gentleman who helps you train your dogs. I love when they interview the dog owners, because you learn a lot about the dog owners. And we just saw one the other day that we were laughing at, which is this woman. She's like, I don't know why my dog is so hyper. I mean, it's so weird. It's like my dog is so hyper. Like, I just wake up in the morning, my dog is so hyper, and I feed him sugar cubes, and then I make out with my dog, and we run around the park, and it was like, and then next door was this dog, just like, it was fascinating.
And then he's like, I don't know why my dog is so slow. I just don't know. The dog's like smoking in the corner. Hey.
Playing a blues
I have
piano.
not seen that show. I have not checked out that show. I should watch it.
Dog. It's fascinating. And also, we learn, you know, you have to be high status, so you can't let, for example, your dog get off the elevator before you. So you have to go, psh, and you have to get off the elevator first. And it works for people, too. Don't ever let anyone get off the elevator first. The minute they try to get on.
In New York, that's what I do, is if someone tries to beat me out of the elevator, I hit them in the throat, the soft part of the throat, as hard as I can. And they can't breathe, and I'm like, I'll go first, sucker. The rule I've got called I go first. That's what I do, and it works great for me.
That's your book, the title of your book, I Go First, sucker, right?
Whenever I write a celebrity autobiography, that's what it's going to be. I go first, sucker. It'll sell 2 copies nationwide.